Hey beautiful people, welcome to today's video where we look into some of the most powerful secrets to attract love, success, and happiness into your life. Whether you're looking to improve your relationships, career, or just feel more joyful each day, these ideas will give you the tools to make it happen. We're going to explore a simple but effective approach to manifesting your desires in a way that's accessible for everyone. You don't need to overcomplicate things or follow complex steps. It's about aligning your thoughts and beliefs with what you truly want. Let's get started. Attracting love, success, and happiness into your life isn't about chance or luck. It's about understanding how your thoughts and beliefs directly influence what you experience. Gayathri, like many others, realized that the way we think can shape our reality. Her approach was based on a simple but profound truth: when you change your mindset, you change your life. She found that the key to attracting what you want is not just about focusing on it, but aligning your inner world with those desires. Manifestation is not something magical or unreachable. It's grounded in the idea that we can guide our life towards the things we truly want just by understanding how powerful our minds are. For Gayathri, the starting point was this realization. She knew that by changing the way she thought about love, success, and happiness, she could start seeing changes in her everyday life. This video will walk you through the methods and practices she used to shift her mindset and align her thoughts with the things she wanted to attract. By the end of this, you'll have a clear idea of how to approach your desires with a different mindset, and you'll be able to start seeing the changes you want. It's important to remember that these ideas are meant for anyone, no matter where you are in your life. Gayathri didn't rely on complex rituals or specific rules. She worked with her thoughts and beliefs, and that's something anyone can do. The foundation of manifestation lies in understanding that your thoughts are powerful creators of your reality. Whatever you hold in your mind regularly, you will eventually experience in your external life. Gayathri's discovery of this fundamental truth was life-changing, and it serves as the core principle of manifestation. If you continuously think about love, success, or happiness and believe that they are part of your life, they begin to manifest around you. It's easy to get caught up in negative thinking or doubt, especially when things aren't going well. But the truth is, what you focus on, whether positive or negative, will grow. Gayathri realized that focusing on lack or dissatisfaction would only bring more of the same into her life. Shifting her mindset to focus on abundance, love, and joy allowed her to start attracting those very things. The trick is to train your mind to focus on what you want rather than what you don't want. This can be challenging at first, especially if you're used to thinking negatively or worrying about the future. But with practice, it becomes second nature. Gayathri's secret was to keep her mind clear and focused on her desires, not on the obstacles that seemed to be in her way. Manifestation doesn't happen instantly, and it's not just about wishful thinking. It's about consistently holding the belief that your desires are possible and acting in alignment with those beliefs. If your mind is full of doubt, fear, or negativity, those thoughts will create blockages that keep you from experiencing the love, success, and happiness you seek. But by shifting your focus towards positive outcomes and believing that they are achievable, you open yourself up to receive them. In this process, your thoughts and feelings need to match what you are trying to attract. Gayathri understood that it wasn't enough to simply think about love, success, or happiness. She had to feel as though they were already part of her life. This feeling creates the energy that helps attract those things into your life. It's not just about visualizing the outcome, but also living as though it is already happening, allowing that energy to manifest physically. You don't have to wait for perfect circumstances to start manifesting love, success, or happiness. In fact, the moment you start believing that you are worthy of these things, you begin to attract them. Gayathri's approach was simple. She chose to believe that the universe would respond to her thoughts and align her experiences with them. That's the foundation of manifestation, believing in your ability to shape your own reality with the power of your mind. When it comes to manifesting love, the first thing to understand is that the relationships we attract are often a reflection of how we feel about ourselves. Gayathri realized that the love she wanted in her life couldn't come from seeking it externally. It had to start with her own sense of self-worth and confidence. By focusing on building a strong, loving relationship with herself, she naturally began attracting healthier, more fulfilling relationships into her life. One of the most important things to remember when trying to manifest love is to be clear about what kind of relationship you want, but also to let go of the desperation for it. Gayathri found that when she stopped focusing on the lack of love in her life and instead directed her attention towards being happy with who she was, things began to change. She focused on feeling whole and complete as an individual, and that energy drew others toward her who appreciated her for exactly who she was. Attracting love isn't about chasing someone or trying to mold yourself into what you think someone else wants. It's about being the best version of yourself and allowing the right people to come into your life naturally. Gayathri didn't worry about the details of how love would arrive or who it would be with. Instead, she focused on how she wanted to feel in a relationship, valued, respected, and cherished. By maintaining those feelings within herself, she aligned with people who could provide that same energy in return. The key takeaway here is that love is a natural extension of the energy you put out into the world. If you're focused on self-love and feel good about yourself, the relationships you attract will reflect that. Gayathri's experience reminds us that attracting love doesn't require effort or force. It simply requires you to be in harmony with the kind of love you wish to receive. It's about creating the right internal conditions so that love can easily flow into your life. Manifesting success in your career and financial life follows a similar principle to attracting love. It's all about aligning your thoughts and beliefs with the outcomes you want to see. For Gayathri, success didn't come from tirelessly working or stressing about her goals. Instead, it came from being clear about what she wanted to achieve and believing that she was capable of reaching those goals. A major factor in manifesting success is clarity. Gayathri learned that to manifest success, she needed to set clear intentions about what she wanted in her career and financial life. This meant getting specific about her goals, whether it was earning a certain income, landing a particular job, or starting her own business. Once she had that clarity, it became easier for her to focus her energy in the right direction. In addition to setting clear goals, Gayathri also understood that success is about more than just external achievements. It's about feeling successful internally, even before those external results appear. She practiced maintaining a mindset of abundance, which meant feeling grateful for the opportunities she already had, even as she worked towards greater achievements. This sense of gratitude shifted her perspective from one of scarcity to one of abundance, making it easier for her to attract more success into her life. One of the challenges many people face when trying to manifest success is doubt. It's easy to feel uncertain about whether you'll ever achieve your goals, especially if progress seems slow. But Gayathri's approach was simple. She stayed focused on her vision and didn't let doubt cloud her thoughts. She knew that success wasn't something she had to chase, it was something she could align herself with by believing in her abilities and taking inspired action when necessary. Another important lesson Gayathri learned was that success isn't just about hard work. It's about working smart, being strategic with your energy, and trusting that the right opportunities will come at the right time. When she stopped pushing and started trusting, doors began to open in ways she never expected. Success became less about constant effort and more about being ready to receive the opportunities that were already making their way toward her. The takeaway here is that manifesting success requires both clarity and confidence. Be clear about what you want, but also trust that it will come to you when the time is right. Gayathri's story reminds us that success is not something we need to force into existence. It's something that becomes possible when we believe in our worth, trust in the process, and remain open to the opportunities that life presents. Happiness is something many people spend their lives searching for, often looking for it in external circumstances. Gayathri understood that true happiness doesn't come from material things or achievements. Instead, it comes from a state of mind that you can cultivate from within. She learned that by focusing on the positive aspects of her life and nurturing feelings of gratitude, she could experience happiness on a daily basis, regardless of what was happening around her. The first step Gayathri took in creating more happiness in her life was to make a conscious decision to focus on what was going well, rather than dwelling on what wasn't. It's easy to get caught up in problems or challenges, but Gayathri chose to direct her attention to the things that brought her joy. This simple shift in focus made a big difference. She began to notice more reasons to feel happy, and as a result, her mood improved. One of the most effective ways Gayathri brought more happiness into her life was through the practice of gratitude. Each day, she took a moment to reflect on the things she was grateful for, no matter how small. This habit helped her stay in a positive mindset and appreciate the good that already existed in her life. By doing this regularly, Gayathri found that her overall sense of happiness grew stronger and more consistent. Happiness is not something that requires everything in your life to be perfect. It's about finding joy in the present moment and appreciating what you have. Gayathri realized that the more she focused on feeling happy now, the more she attracted experiences that contributed to her happiness. It's not about waiting for the right circumstances to be happy, but about making the choice to be happy where you are. This approach allowed her to create a life that felt more joyful, peaceful, and fulfilling. Affirmations are a simple yet powerful tool that Gayathri used to reprogram her mind and align her thoughts with her desires. Affirmations work by replacing negative or limiting beliefs with positive, empowering ones. Gayathri found that by repeating specific phrases related to love, success, and happiness, she was able to shift her mindset and attract more of these things into her life. The key to using affirmations effectively is consistency. Gayathri made it a daily habit to say affirmations that reflected the outcome she wanted. Whether it was about love, career, or her overall happiness, she would repeat these statements with confidence and belief. Over time, this practice helped her to think more positively and reinforced her belief in her ability to manifest the things she wanted. It's important to understand that affirmations aren't just about saying words, they are about feeling the truth behind those words. Gayathri didn't just repeat affirmations without emotion, she made sure to connect with the feelings behind them. For example, when she said affirmations about love, she focused on feeling loved and valued. When affirming success, she focused on feeling capable and abundant. This emotional connection is what gives affirmations their power. Affirmations can help shift the subconscious mind, which plays a large role in shaping our reality. Gayathri understood that many of her previous limiting beliefs were stored in her subconscious, so she used affirmations to overwrite those beliefs. By doing this consistently, she gradually replaced her doubts and fears with confidence and faith in her ability to attract what she desired. The power of affirmations lies in their simplicity and accessibility. You don't need anything special to start using them, just a few minutes of your time and a willingness to believe in the words you're saying. For Gayathri, affirmations became a daily practice that helped her stay aligned with her goals and desires. Whether it was love, success, or happiness she was working towards, affirmations provided her with a simple, effective way to keep her mindset focused on positivity and possibility. Visualization is another powerful tool that Gayathri used to bring her desires into reality. The concept is simple. By creating a clear mental image of what you want, you can focus your energy and attention on making it happen. Gayathri understood that the mind responds strongly to images, so she made it a regular practice to visualize the life she wanted, whether it was related to love, success, or happiness. The key to effective visualization is clarity. Gayathri would take a few moments each day to close her eyes and vividly imagine herself living the life she desired. She focused on every detail, from how she felt to what she was doing. This wasn't just about imagining the end goal, but about experiencing it as though it was happening right now. The more clearly she could picture it, the more real it felt in her mind, which helped her stay focused on her goals. But visualization isn't just about seeing the image in your mind, it's also about connecting emotionally to that image. Gayathri found that the more she could feel the emotions associated with her visualizations, the stronger the impact. If she was visualizing a loving relationship, she focused on the feelings of love, joy, and connection. If she was visualizing career success, she focused on the feelings of achievement, confidence, and satisfaction. These emotions are what helped her align her energy with her desires. It's important to make visualization a consistent habit. Gayathri didn't just visualize her goals once and then forget about them. She made it part of her daily routine, knowing that the more she focused on what she wanted, the more she was attracting it. By visualizing her goals with clarity and emotion, Gayathri was able to keep her mind focused on what she wanted, rather than on what she didn't have. One of the biggest obstacles to manifesting love, success, and happiness is the presence of doubts and negative beliefs. Gayathri knew that if she wanted to attract the things she desired, she had to first confront the limiting beliefs that were holding her back. These beliefs often come from past experiences or societal conditioning, but they can create mental barriers that prevent you from seeing the possibilities ahead. The first step Gayathri took in overcoming these doubts was recognizing them. She paid attention to her thoughts and noticed whenever she had doubts about her ability to achieve her goals. Instead of ignoring them or letting them control her, she acknowledged them. By becoming aware of these limiting beliefs, she was able to address them head-on. Once she was aware of her doubts, Gayathri made a conscious effort to replace them with more empowering thoughts. She knew that her beliefs were shaping her reality, so she chose to believe in her ability to create the life she wanted. Whenever a doubt arose, she would counter it with a positive affirmation or reminder of her past successes. Over time, this helped her reprogram her mind to focus on possibilities rather than limitations. Another important aspect of overcoming doubts is staying patient with yourself. Gayathri understood that change doesn't happen overnight. She allowed herself the space to grow and didn't judge herself when negative thoughts appeared. Instead, she gently redirected her focus to her goals and the positive beliefs she was cultivating. This self-compassion made it easier for her to stay on track without feeling overwhelmed by setbacks. The takeaway here is that doubts and negative beliefs are normal, but they don't have to control your life. By recognizing them, addressing them, and replacing them with empowering thoughts, Gayathri was able to clear the mental blocks that were preventing her from manifesting her desires. This allowed her to stay aligned with her goals and continue attracting the love, success, and happiness she wanted. Daily rituals played a vital role in helping Gayathri maintain focus on her goals and keep her energy aligned with her desires. These practices were simple, but they were highly effective in keeping her grounded and in tune with the love, success, and happiness she wanted to attract. The key to her rituals was consistency. By dedicating a small portion of her day to these habits, she was able to make steady progress toward her goals without feeling overwhelmed. One of Gayathri's primary rituals was setting aside time each morning to meditate or reflect. This allowed her to clear her mind and focus on what she wanted to achieve throughout the day. Starting her day with clarity helped her stay positive and focused even when challenges arose. Meditation wasn't about forcing outcomes, but about creating mental space to stay calm and centered. Another daily practice she relied on was journaling. Writing down her thoughts, goals, and feelings allowed Gayathri to stay connected to her intentions. Each day, she would write about what she was grateful for, what she wanted to manifest, and how she was feeling. This habit not only helped her stay focused on her desires, but also provided a sense of accountability. By regularly writing down her thoughts, she could track her progress and identify any limiting beliefs or doubts that needed to be addressed. These rituals were not time-consuming or complicated. Gayathri kept them simple, understanding that it wasn't about the length of time spent, but the quality of focus during these moments. Consistency, even in small practices like meditation and journaling, made a big difference in her ability to manifest her desires. By incorporating these simple habits into her daily life, she kept her energy aligned with the outcomes she wanted to see, making it easier for her to attract love, success, and happiness. One of the most important lessons Gayathri learned in her manifestation practice was the importance of aligning with universal energy. She understood that there is a natural flow to life, and by tuning into this energy, she could more easily attract the things she wanted. Instead of forcing outcomes or trying to control every aspect of the process, Gayathri learned to trust that the universe was working in her favor and that everything would unfold in its own time. This mindset shift allowed her to release the need for immediate results and focus on staying in harmony with the energy around her. She no longer stressed over when or how her desires would manifest. Instead, she trusted that by staying positive, clear in her intentions, and aligned with her goals, the universe would bring her the right opportunities and experiences at the right time. Gayathri also recognized that part of aligning with universal energy meant taking inspired action. This wasn't about doing things out of fear or obligation, but about acting when she felt genuinely motivated or guided to do so. She followed her intuition, knowing that when she was aligned with her desires, the right actions would come naturally. Whether it was taking a step toward a career goal or reaching out to someone she cared about, she trusted that these actions were in harmony with the energy she had already created. Another important part of this alignment was practicing patience. Gayathri understood that everything happens in its own time, and sometimes the best thing she could do was simply allow things to unfold without trying to rush the process. By staying patient and continuing to believe in her desires, she remained in sync with the flow of life, which allowed her to attract love, success, and happiness in a way that felt natural and effortless. The takeaway here is that aligning with universal energy isn't about controlling every detail. It's about trusting that the right things will happen when you are clear in your intentions, positive in your mindset, and willing to take action when the time feels right. Gayathri's experience reminds us that life has its own timing, and by staying aligned with that flow, you can attract the outcomes you desire without feeling stressed or overwhelmed. The ideas and practices Gayathri followed can be used by anyone to manifest love, success, and happiness in their lives. The key message here is that manifestation isn't something reserved for a select few, it's accessible to everyone. The thoughts you hold, the actions you take, and the energy you put out into the world all have the power to shape your reality. Gayathri's journey serves as a reminder that by focusing on your desires, staying patient, and trusting in the process, you can bring the things you want into your life. The most important step is to begin. Whether it's through daily affirmations, visualization, or simply shifting your mindset toward gratitude and positivity, the process of manifestation is something you can start right now. There's no need to wait for perfect conditions or the right moment. The moment you decide to change your thoughts and focus on what you want, you've already taken the first step toward manifesting your desires. This process requires consistency, but it doesn't have to be complicated. Gayathri's approach was simple: focus on what you want, practice patience, and trust that the universe will bring you what you need when the time is right. By following these principles, you can attract love, success, and happiness into your life just as she did. The takeaway from Gayathri's story is that you have the power to create the life you want. By aligning your thoughts, actions, and energy with your desires, you open yourself up to receive them. It's not about waiting for things to happen. It's about actively shaping your life through the power of your thoughts and beliefs.